All right, the Nasdaq got smacked today. It was a brutal sell-off. I'll tell you what I believe caused the sell-off. We'll get into some chart work as well. And yes, we did pass a prop firm challenge. We started this challenge last Friday. It was a 50K challenge with my funded futures, and it's officially been passed today. Today we're December 8th. This is the Trading to the Promised Land YouTube channel, and let's get into it. So as you can see today, this is today's daily candle. It was a red candle. We couldn't get above Friday's high of day, but we did sweep Friday's low of day and then pushed back up. So there's still hope for the bulls, but it was definitely a bearish takeover today. We'll go down to the 1 hour time frame and we'll get a better idea of what happened. So here you can definitely tell that it was mainly a bearish day from the beginning. So this is the 9 a.m. candle. You see that it was mostly bearish. The bulls tried to fight through around noon, but couldn't do it, and it continued being red until we saw some bullish activity towards the end of the day. The reason why I believe this happened is, as I mentioned throughout other videos, Wednesday we have FOMC, so we're expecting an interest rate cut. It's still 87.3% chance that we'll get an interest rate cut. We just need the official news release or report that will be dropped December 10th at 2 p.m. And then there will be an interview or a meeting with Fed Chair Powell, where he'll explain a little bit more the decision, if they cut it or not, and there'll be a Q&A as well. But that's going to occur on December 10th. Very important day, and that's why the markets have been acting this way. It's been bullish because we're expecting a cut, but it's also been sideways because we don't know until we know, right? But there was a statement that was done this morning by advisor Hassett. I think his first name is Steven, which said that they'll have to watch the data for future cuts. He also said that it would be irresponsible to lay out a 6-month rate pledge. So basically, he didn't want to commit, or he didn't really give good news about future rate cuts. He didn't say bad news, but he didn't say good news either. So that creates some uncertainty. And the reason why this holds some weight is because this is one of the individuals that Trump is considering for Jerome Powell's successor, so to lead the Federal Reserve. So that's why this statement holds a lot of weight, and I believe that probably caused some of the sell-off because that statement was done around that time as well. I'll show some of my markings, and we can go over kind of some of the opportunities that were in the market. So I'll go over the markings because I know there's a lot there. Basically, these two lines are Asia low and Asia high. There was also the midnight open around 25,798. You guys know that I like to chart the midnight open because price likes to manipulate it, and it did, as you can tell. I kind of did a liquidity grab over Asia and London and then shot straight down. There was a 1 hour fair value gap here that you could see got inversed, so that could have been an indication that we're going lower as well. What I looked at more for a trade opportunity today was the 15-minute orb, which I'll go over right now if you're not familiar with it. Basically, how the orb works is that you draw a line at the top of the 15-minute candle after the New York open, so the 9:30 open, and you draw a line at the bottom of it. And a lot of people like to draw a line at the mid line for the orb as well. So the way you gauge direction is a breakout of one of the two lines. So as you can see, there was a clear breakout here at 9:45, and then it retested, but then fell through. So that shows bearish activity. There was a lot of sell-off going on there. Like I said, it also disrespected the 1 hour fair value gap. Some people call it an inverse. So that kind of told you that the direction, at least the short-term direction, was bearish. This is around where I took some of my trades. I did take a buy going into this liquidity grab. It was a short-term transaction or short-term trade, and then I noticed that we had bearish activity, so I took a couple of trades here to pass the prop firm. I will show you the stats real quick. So as mentioned, it was with my funded futures. I'll just take a moment to load up here. As you can see here, it says passed. We have 3,064 and 94 cents. We passed it in 2 days. I like to get somewhat aggressive with these challenges, which can be good and bad because you can pass them quickly, but you can also fail them quickly. Here it says 3 days just because we're now in the next trading session. We're now in Asian session. It's 8 p.m. Eastern right now, so that's why it says 3 days, but they technically have a 50% consistency, so that's why the minimum is 2 days. So it's officially passed. We can now trade on the funded account, although I'm not sure I will do that before FOMC, just because price is likely to be sideways before FOMC, or even very volatile the day of. So I might only trade the new account on the funded account on Thursday. We'll see. Maybe we'll try to pass more, but I just wanted to share this with you because I shared one of my trades, I believe, last Friday. But as you can see, if we go back to the chart, was mainly red today. So at least we had directional market. There was another piece of news that was positive, and I think created this bullish candle, but it still wasn't enough. And I'll share that with you guys right now. The news was that the US is to allow NVIDIA H200 chip export to China. So with the trade talks, there's been a lot of restrictions regarding GPUs, NVIDIA chips being exported to China because they're being used to advance AI. And I think to keep the US ahead in the AI race, they're restricting some exports of NVIDIA chips. So the NVIDIA H200s are actually older chips. They're about 18 months behind the latest versions of the chips, but they've allowed exports to China of these chips as well. China is very advanced when it comes to AI and technology, so I think that's why they're restricting some of those chips. So as you can see here, it was bullish temporarily, and then the market was still very bearish, so it was only a temporary move, unfortunately. If we go back to the charts, you'll see that another indication that I had for bearish activity is that the Magnificent Seven was mainly red during New York. Towards the end of the day, we see that NVIDIA got green, mainly because of the chip news, and Microsoft is slightly green as well, but you see everybody else is red. For a certain amount of time before the NVIDIA news, most of them were deeply red as well, as you can imagine with this kind of activity. So NVIDIA is up 1.72%, Apple is down 0.32%, Tesla is down 3.39%, Google is down 2.37%, Amazon is down 1.15%, Microsoft is up 1.63%, and Meta is down 0.98%. So that's why I like to have the Magnificent Seven there. As I said before, they make more than 50% of the Nasdaq, so it's usually a good indication. If they're all red, you should probably look for sells instead of buys. But yes, that's all for today. We're happy that we passed that account. Like I said, we'll likely try to pass a couple of more, maybe copy trade them. Leave a comment below what you'd like to see, or if you'd like me to pass prop firms with other past challenges, with other prop firms. Very open to do that. If you want my opinion on certain prop firms, I've traded a few of them, so I'd be happy to give you my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is all for today. Thank you, God, for another day, and God bless y'all. Take care.